replete with, and continues to be even more so now, based on debate. The Constitution didn't come up and be ratified in the span of a day. We talked about how during that summer in Philadelphia, obviously way back in the 18th century, no air conditioning, and they shut everything up, and it was an entire summer in the heat, in the humidity. And they went back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and debated. And from all points, it wasn't just gentlemanly, oh, thank you so much for that point, I should say this instead. It was heated debate.
I will kick your ass.
I'm sure someone, you never know, John Madison, John Adams and Benjamin Franklin may have, thrown hands. Who knows? But no, we're trying to get away from the violence of it. I'm just joking about the throwing hands. But really, they debated over and over and in a heated, literally and figuratively, heated session for an entire summer to get this thing. The history of our United States, we talk about our Congress being, it's deadlocked, it's this, and there's a lot of things wrong with Congress, don't get me wrong. But the fact
Can you hear me? See, again, it's the algorithm. It doesn't like what we're saying, and we're starting to glitch. But it all comes down to where, as Rob was saying, our entire history was founded upon the ability to talk and debate and work through everything. Everything here, the Constitution, the Declaration of Independence, it was all hammered out by people that refused to give up and just continued to debate and continued to talk, because they knew that the sum of all of us was better than the thoughts of just a few of us. They wanted to make sure that they had everything covered. And there's a lot of compromise, and a lot of going back and forth. And, as we'll discuss, and we have discussed in prior sessions, and as we'll continue to discuss, that it was not perfect. There was a lot of compromises that were made out of necessity in order to create this country, in order to get the Constitution, to get the Declaration of Independence written, to get the Constitution written. And that we have to be dedicated to talk and work things through, because if we don't, that's where bad things happen, and that's where it ends. And if we can no longer agree to discuss, even though you don't have to agree with somebody, but at least be willing to listen. And there's a difference between just hearing and actually listening. Listen to what other people say. Don't formulate your argument against them, but be willing to listen to them and listen to their points that they're making. Because there's been times where Rob and I have gotten in significantly heated arguments on certain things where I've been like, you know what? I've never thought of it that way. And, it doesn't mean that you have to change your views completely, but at least be willing to recognize the other side and the validity of some things.